Hello, this is One Black British Woman's Voice, and today I'm going to touch on the subject, which is a paper currently sloshing around social media, and the paper is called, or it's a study rather, the study is called Why White People Feel Discriminated Against, or White People feel that they're discriminated against. This paper, or this study, whatever it's called, has been sloshing around social media for the longest time, and I've given it due diligence by not touching it with a barge pole. I have no interest in being mired in the delusions of a cross-section of people who do not acknowledge that today, present day life, that they don't hold the reins of power in the form of white supremacy. However, eventually I succumbed to reading it because it was being published all over the bloody social media. So I downloaded it on my phone, got myself a cup of tea, and with an itchy trigger finger I sat down and perused the results. And the results were far less delusional than I anticipated. For instance, 13%, and this is out of 10,000 white people spoken to. 13% of these 10,000 white people said that they had, or that felt that they had been discriminated against in terms of job opportunities and promotion. And something like 8 or 10% of white people spoken to said that they felt they had been discriminated against in terms of academic achievements or academic opportunities, i.e. they felt they had applied to a college and that the college had probably turned them down in favour of a minority candidate. And that actually blew my mind, because I was expecting a much higher percentage of delusion, to be honest. I was expecting like 80% of people honestly believing their own bullshit and thinking to themselves that they were being discriminated against. And that was a very, very small figure. Now, even those figures we can blow out with the water, can't we? In terms of being passed over for promotion and job opportunities, only 3% of the black people in Britain are of CEO status. So unless these 13% are working under black CEOs, which I doubt, then really and truly I do not know where you think you're getting discriminated against. I too have been working with institutional racist industries. Like I said in one of my other vlogs, I used to work for the BBC, and there was one job that I held, and out of 250 staff members, I was the only non-white. And when I say non-white, there were no Asians, no one else. I was just the only non-white. So we can blow that fallacy out of the water, because that is delusional in itself if you think that somehow black people are bypassing you in terms of promotional opportunities and job opportunities. And then we can also blow the 12 or the 8 or the 10% of white people that claim that they've been passed over when it came to applying for colleges or universities or to do courses, because you only need to look at the slew of videos by young black people on the internet exclaiming how they've managed to get into Cambridge and Oxford to know that there is an issue there. So we can blow all that out of the water, and I'm quite happy to do so. But then I read the study further, and I was further startled when I came across this following percentage, which is 91% of white people, when asked, could not give a specific or indicate a moment in their life where they felt they were discriminated against. That's 91% of people. And that's where it gets a little bit convoluted, in my opinion. But 91% of people out of 10,000 white people sampled said, I cannot give you an example of myself personally being discriminated against. This is wildly at odds with the 13% that said that they have. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Who are these 91% of people? So it's worth a read. If I was you, I'd have a look. It's good because at the very least now, if someone white says that they feel they're discriminated against, I'd say, well, 91% of you said that you couldn't even come up with an example of being discriminated against. I mean, that alone is a lovely thing to recite. Anyway, that's my opinion on this study. I don't think I've got anything else to add. Oh, apart from the fact that they also spoke to one of the white people who took part in the study, and they talked to her about, you know, discrimination. And she said anyone that's doing this study that says that they're facing discrimination is channeling out of their ass. It's bullshit. We all know we hold the reins of power in the form of white supremacy. So yeah, it was a really, really good paper. Anyway, this is One Black British Woman's Voice. I am out.